All right, back with Bob, Tom, and Mike, and we'll talk now about season predictions. I'm saying 6 wins for Arkansas going into the bowl game. I don't know if you guys want to make like overall season predictions. I don't know yet if I'm going to say that they are going to win the bowl game to get to 7 for the season. But Mike, we'll start with you. What are you thinking? I think you just said that you think they'll win 6 to clinch a bowl berth.
Yeah, I think they can do that. But again, what I said earlier, it's all about injuries, especially in the offensive line. That's the X factor. If you get a bunch of those, then you're not. No way you're going to win 6 games.
Bob, what are you thinking on this? I mean, based on the non-conference not being a very difficult schedule this year.
Yeah, I picked them 6-6. I was thinking about this. If I know Arkansas fans are really ticked off when Michigan bought out the contract with Arkansas to schedule Notre Dame. But if that hadn't happened, Chad Morris's first game would be this Saturday at Michigan at the Big House. That wouldn't have been a very good thing. So I think trading Colorado State for Michigan, I like Arkansas's chances of sweeping their non-conference games, finding a couple SEC wins out there.
Yeah, that worked out a little bit, Tom.
It did. I'm on record in this publication that was printed today as a 7-5 regular season record. I wrote that before a couple of things happened. Their execution hasn't been clean enough from what we've seen in camp for me to think that there's a huge upset in the making. They're going to get better as the season goes along. The Colorado State game is key. I'm going to drop back to 6-6 for the regular season. They make a bowl game.
Okay. Mike, before we get to the top running back, receiver, yada, yada, what do you make all these sayings that this guy's bringing in? Full tilt boogie, hammer down, get in the left lane?
You know, I think it appeals to younger fans and probably helps with recruits. Somebody like me, it's just in one ear and out the other. It's okay. It doesn't make me angry. It's just it has no impact on me.
I mean, he comes in, Bob. He's got that Texas flair. He's bringing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think sayings are fine as long as you win. I'll just do that. Al Davis, the Raiders owner, used to say, just win, baby. So I'd say that would be my advice to Chad or any other coach in the SEC.
I guess the buzzword is swag, Tom. He's got it.
He's got some swag. You know what? It's paying off in recruiting. Just look at what's going on for the 2019 class. The way they present themselves, just this full of energy thing. It's the entire staff, too, and it's the marketing and online people. Seems like it's paying off for them, and it does appeal to them. So we'll see how it plays out in the long run.
Yeah, these guys are pretty awesome on social media as well. Top running back this year, is it going to be Devwall Whaley? What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, probably, and I say that only because of the weight he's lost, because I always thought he was overrated, and I felt like his big issue was he was too slow. And I'm not talking necessarily straight line speed. I didn't think he cut very well. But he's changed all that. It's amazing how much quicker you can turn and move left and right and have a little burst if you lose some weight. And I first noticed him when they did that little 3-tier drill about 2 weeks ago where the running back gets the ball 10 yards, tries to score. He looked really, really good, left, right, and then maybe across the goal line. So I go with him because of the weight he's lost.
Who's your top guy, Tom? Because I know you talked a lot about Malik Williams. I know he could be a really good guy in a complementary role, maybe in the short yardage situation. But what a top guy overall?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go a 50-50. I think Chase Hayden, with these bigger splits in the line, I think he's going to have a better opportunity to get in open space. And we saw what he did when he had those opportunities last year. I think it's going to be about 50-50 between he and Devwall Whaley in terms of maybe in the 700, 800, maybe push beyond that a little bit. And then the rest of the guys are going to fill in the other yardage.
Such a deep backfield there for Chad Morris, Bob.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a 1,000-yard rush, or not because they can't run the ball, but because they are so deep. Yeah, Devwall Whaley, like Mike said, he looks a lot crisper and quicker since he lost 11, 12 pounds, whatever it was. But you really like the depth there. I really think they have 4 or 5 guys that in a particular game might lead them in rushing.
I want to get to defense here in a minute. So top receiver, I didn't get a chance to really talk to you about this, but a lot of people are talking about Nance. You look at Jay Red being back. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I'm still going to go with Cornelius. I go with the experience. You know, I think he feels like he has something to prove, and I think, you know, he's a guy that really stands out once the game starts. I mean, I remember him against LSU a couple of years ago. I mean, he's just a player. So I'm going to go with Jared Cornelius. I think when it's all over, he's going to be their top receiver.
Okay, we'll finish with this. We'll get a little defense in here, Bob. Linebacker, because that's a spot where people are questioning how much depth Arkansas will have. But after Scooter and Dre, what do you think?
Well, I think it's getting better. I mean, we see Grant Morgan there. Bumper Pool's gotten praise from John Chavis, and he's been pretty tight-lipped about players. So when John Chavis says something good about a player, that tells me that guy's doing pretty good. And then also, I think they're going to play a lot of nickelback. So they don't think they're going to have to rotate in 3 linebackers. I think they'll be playing 2 most of the time.
Yeah, you kind of scale back some of the reps for Dre and Scooter, right, Tom?
That's what John Chavis made very obvious, that he wants to scale it back for those two, and I do think there's going to be more nickel and dime packages as well.
All right, guys, appreciate it. Bob, Tom, and Mike Irwin. More of the Picture after this.